and welcome to Healthy Performers Life. Today, in this episode, we're going to talk about asking for help in all different areas of life, or more specifically, in three different areas of life: mental health, career health, as I like to call it, and physical health. Um, I want to talk about first and foremost about mental health because this week I decided to get tested for ADHD or ADD, and today I got my first test. I had my first test. The testing is in two parts. First is like kind of a computer game-like test, and the other one is evaluation with a psychiatrist. And I just wanted to share with you my symptoms and why I decided to do this. Maybe some of you will recognize yourself, and maybe some of you will just be inspired to ask for help no matter what your mental state is, because therapists are awesome. As regarding to the ADHD and ADD, all my life in school, I was fine because I had a structure. I always had a high regard for authority. So as long as I had authority, as long as I had structure, I had a lot of extra school activities. I didn't have time to think. Basically, to get let loose, I had a very clear schedule. So in school, I was doing quite fine, although I did have problems, like, for instance, in maths, I would skip a line or I wouldn't see a minus or a plus. Also in reading, I would just, sometimes skip lines. I was just very fast, and my whole life I had a problem that I was super fast. You can see how fast I talk, and always thinking ahead and always like, like that, very impulsive. But once I finished school, once I got out of the academy, although already at the Academy of Music where I finished, I'm a professional opera singer, already there, because the structure was kind of looser. I already had some trouble, with my chores, doing my chores in time, following deadlines and stuff. But once I had to start adulting, that's where I really realized I had a problem. I would leave emails in drafts because I would start writing a reply and something else would come up, and there was nobody to check if I sent the email, and I would discover it 2 weeks later. My bills were all around. I was just, I would drive and I don't know how I got there. I would, talk to a person and realize after like 20 minutes that they're talking, I have no idea what they're talking about because my thoughts just went away. I had problem performing, singing, auditioning. Just standing there with nothing to do was a big problem for me, because it still is. I actually have a hiatus from auditioning as an opera singer, because it's just, I have these thoughts that I cannot get rid of. Especially when I stand still, which is a problem. So there were a lot of these signs. These were the most of them. Also, I have very high highs and very low lows. It's not bipolar, but it's more like 2 weeks I'm super productive, I can follow a schedule, I do everything I wanted to do, and then for 2 weeks I'm in a black hole and I can't make myself do anything. Following a schedule that I make for myself and that I'm responsible for myself is very, very difficult for me, and I can't stick to a routine. So all of these things, I started reading about ADD in adults, about ADHD. I did some tests, official tests, that told me that I have high symptoms. So I said, I'm gonna go get tested. I believe in therapy. I promote therapy. Already therapy helped me a lot in my life. I underwent cognitive behavioral therapy, which I'm going to talk about sometime else. And it's just, I said, okay, I obviously need help. I can't, this is not working for me. Anything I tried in the regular world and what works for regular people just didn't work for me. So I need help. I need someone to tell me what's up with my brain, and I need someone to teach me how to deal with the brain that I have. The first test that I did shows signs that I do have elements of ADD or ADHD. I have problems with impulsivity. I don't have that much problem with focus, but more with impulsivity. So I'm gonna do the second part, the evaluation, and then we'll know for sure where I am on the spectrum and how can I help myself. But actually getting the results that say, yes, your brain does work a little bit different. It's not that you're irresponsible or that you're not made to be a performer, that you can't be an entrepreneur. But because I'm also an artistic director of a theater in Zagreb, Croatia, that's in Europe. It's called Mala Scena Theater. It's for children and young audiences. I inherited it from my parents. And I always thought that I was just incapable, and then this proved, and I got the results that says, you know, you do have elements that show and indicate that you might have ADHD or ADHD, and that was kind of a relief because I was like, okay, now I know that I can do something about it. So ask for help if there's anything you can't cope with, if it's the smallest thing. If you can't cope with everything, go and ask. Just see a therapist. It's always great, even at least like once a month, once in 3 months. Therapy is awesome. The second part is career one. Career-wise, this week I had a meeting with a virtual assistant. As it's obvious from everything I said about ADD and ADHD, I have a problem with routines. I have problems with administration. I have papers in my house everywhere, on my office table everywhere. I have no idea where, you know, what's done, what's not done, and that's a huge problem when you're running a company. So I asked for a virtual assistant to help me out. And today I gave her, you know, all the systems that I need, everything that, you know, processes that we go through when we sell a show, when we produce a show, when we create a show. I'm also in the making of 3 different projects right now. So I was like, I need help. And virtual assistants are incredible. She was like, yeah, just tell me what you need. I'm going to create this in Trello, which is like an app, a website for a business. And she's going to create all of the lists, all of the procedures that I can follow, that I don't have to do. I don't have to do tables, you know, Excel or anything. So virtual assistants, I had no idea what they do, but now that I had a meeting with one, I'm like, you are a godsend. Career-wise, also, you don't have to do everything yourself, even if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're at the beginning. You don't have to be able to, you can't do everything. You can't wear every single hat in your business. At the beginning, of course, you are, but always ask for help and know what your strengths are and know what your weaknesses are, and then find someone whose strength is your weakness. It's going to be so much easier. I know always money is the problem, but there are always, you know, people who are starting out, who are looking for better clients. Just ask for help. Also, internet is so full of advice and full of great ideas on how to organize, or, you know, whatever, but you have to be aware of your weaknesses. For that, I would definitely recommend follow Vestals, VESTLLLS. That's a platform that I'm creating with my mother. It's all about learning how to produce when you're a performer, and we also have this topic there. So find us on Instagram. And the third one is physical health. Today, actually, I didn't ask for help this week for anyone regarding my physical health. From a person, but I realized that appearances really do matter. We are people, we love appearances, and I've been in a black hole the past 3 weeks, but I did have to show up for work. I had to show up for meetings, for videos. I'm fine now, but I also had to film when I wasn't fine. And what helped me were 2 things. First is makeup. See how beautiful my makeup is? I love it. This is Low Tox makeup from Young Living, the foundation 7 mineral line, because it's low tox. It doesn't, you know, my skin is very sensitive, so it doesn't, it's not like a wall. It's very light, but it does cover. It's beautiful, and my skin, even if I take it after a whole day, it's super like blushy. So that's why I love Low Tox Living, and that's why I want to talk about it more as well, especially for performance. We have to wear makeup so much, so it's better we put something healthy on it. This one has avocado in it and all kinds of stuff. If you want more information on that, I'll put the link below, or you can send me a DM and I'll tell you all about it. The second thing that helped was, just a sec, heels. This is just something that works for me. You may find something else that works for you, but heels make me feel powerful. It's not a big heel, but still it makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel okay, like I've got this. I'm not faking it. I'm just helping myself feel more powerful and standing in my power. And heels make it happen. We just have to, you know, I'm accepting that sometimes we can go from outside inside, not faking till you make it. Just help yourself feel better if you need to get out of the house. Sometimes it's great to just not have to get out of the house, but if you do need to, for me, makeup, lipstick, and heals help me, get out into the world and feel stronger and do the thing. So whatever helps you. Hope this was interesting to you, and hope it was fun and inspiring. Please let me know in the comments below if there's something, a specific topic you'd like to hear more of. This was just an introduction. I'm super excited for this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you some other time.